Hi everyone, my name is Alyssa. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on the mat here. We're going to be doing a full body Pilates workout here. The equipment that you're going to utilize today is going to be the Pilates ball. If you guys don't have the ball, that's okay. You don't have to utilize it. You can also use a pillow or something round around the house, or you can completely forego it. It's totally up to you. And then another thing then too is I'm going to be utilizing a set of ankle weights here as well. Again, you do not have to use a set of ankle weights if you do not want to. They're just there for a little bit of an extra added challenge. So let's go ahead and jump right into this video, or workout, I should say. So we're going to come down onto our backs. I'm going to move my ball to the side for now. You're going to roll it onto your back. Your feet can be planted down onto the mat. Good. Maybe placing those hands over top of that stomach, or maybe bringing them down by your sides, maybe bringing those hands over top of your rib cages, closing those eyes. We're just going to go ahead and get connected to this space here today. Go ahead and take a nice big inhale. Exhale it on out through the mouth. Inhale through that nose. Exhaling it on out through that mouth. Dropping those rib cages down, tilting that pelvic floor on up. Good. Just going to the cadence of your own breath here. Warming up that spine. Relaxing those shoulders out of that neck. Checking in with how you're feeling here on the mat today. Maybe it was a struggle. Maybe you guys are in a rush. Maybe outside factors are really stressful, weighing on you. And begin to go ahead and blink those eyes open, wiggling those toes and then wiggling those fingers. Maybe rolling out those wrists, rolling out those ankles in one direction, and then rotating them the opposite direction. Just warming up that body here, just bringing awareness to it. Good. You're going to go ahead and plant those feet, are still going to be continued to be planted down on the mat. You're going to kind of stagger those feet here. So the right foot is going to be a little bit in towards the body. The left is going to be a little bit out. Go ahead and interlace those fingertips behind that head. Those elbows are going to be nice and wide. Unclench your jaw. You guys got it. Good. From here, you're going to go ahead and take a nice big inhale. And then on your exhale, you're going to lift it on up into that nice upper ab curl. Inhale as you slowly lower it back down. Exhale as you lift. You're pressing those rib cages down. And then inhale as you slowly lower it back down. Repeating this motion here. Your elbows are going to be nice and wide. Rib cages go down. Pressing that lower back into that mat here. Good. Pressing it on down. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, press. Inhale as you lower. Good. Lifting it on up, maybe pausing it up at the top. Warming up that core. That core is going to be your balance for when you walk, when you reach over for something. Maybe if you're driving and you need to go get something, maybe you need to take a sip of your matcha. What is everybody's matcha order? I feel like mine is definitely strawberry matcha with oat milk. And I think it's absolutely delicious. So if anybody loves matcha and wants to leave their matcha order down below, please feel free to let me know. I'm always open to trying something new. I think I mentioned before that Starbucks matcha, the strawberry cold foam, is delicious. And 4, you're going to go ahead and add on from here. You're going to float that left leg up to tabletop as we exhale, lifting it on up in that upper ab curl. In 3, in 2. This next one here, you're going to begin to then exhale, lift it on up, floating that left leg up to tabletop, squeezing it in, and then inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Good. Squeezing it, dropping down those ribs. This is not meant for speed. You're not pulling from those head, neck, and shoulders. You're letting that rib cage do all the work. Keeping it engaged the entire time. You don't want to lose that core engagement here. Squeeze. Inhale as you lower. Good. In 5, we're only going to incorporate that upper body as that left leg stays up in tabletop. In 4, in 3, in 2. This next one here, you're going to go ahead and exhale, lifting it on up. Can you twist it on over to the left-hand side? Coming back center. Inhale as you lower back down. Exhale as you lift. Twisting it on over to the left. Come back center. Inhale as you slowly lower it back down. Good. Exhale, lift. Repeating this motion here, twisting from that rib cage. Coming back center. Inhale as you lower. Whew. That core is already on fire here this morning. Good. In 4, you're going to hold it on up. In 3. In 2. This next one, as you go ahead and exhale, lifting it on up, you're going to twist it on over to the right, left-hand side, reaching those arms past that left thigh here. You're going to go ahead and reach, reaching those arms on over to the outside of that left thigh here. You're dropping down those rib cages. You're pulling from that right rib down to meet that left hip bone. Good. For 4. For 3, you're going to hold it up there. In 2, this next one, you're going to hold it up here. The only thing that moves is tapping that left leg down and then lifting it back on up. Dropping and tapping down that left leg and then lifting it back on up. Good. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Drop that rib cage down. 2. Holding it up right here. Go ahead and give me tiny little pulses in. Good. Give me 8, 7, 6. Yes, you can. Breathe. Give me 5 more. 3, 2. This next one, hold it here, hold it here, hold it here. Good. For 10, 9. Lifting it up a little bit more. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Go ahead and inhale. Slowly lower it back down. Whew. Excellent work. Go ahead and bring those hands by your sides. From here, you're still going to be in that nice little staggered stance here. You're reaching from those fingertips down towards those heels, okay? You're going to begin to lift up those hips from the mat as that left leg comes up to tabletop, coming into that nice bridge here. And then inhale as you lower back down. Go ahead and tap the ground down. Your rib cage is pulling in. Go ahead and lifting it on up. And then inhale as you lower back down. Good. Oh, we're feeling the shakes already. Lifting up those hips and then lowering it back down. Good. Give me 4, and then we're going to add on, and then we're going to go and switch it on over to the left-hand side. In 3, just warming up those glutes. In 2, this next one, you're going to go ahead and lift up those hips here. Left leg is up in tabletop. Can you go ahead and tap that left toe on that right knee, bringing it back up to tabletop, and then inhale as you lower everything back down. Good. Reaching everything out long, dropping down those rib cages, lifting it on up for that glute bridge. Tap that left toe down to that right knee, floating it back up to tabletop. Inhale as you lower. Good. Repeating this motion here. Okay. This is not meant for speed. I want quality over quantity. You guys got this. That right glute is firing up immediately. You're welcome. Ha ha ha. Excellent, excellent work. Woo. Almost extended that leg when I didn't mean to. Good. In 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one, hold that left leg up to tabletop. Can you give me a tiny little lift up and down? Tiny little lift up and down. Good for 10. 9, we're not here for long. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here, hold it here. Good. Give me 10, 9, 8. Can you lift those hips higher for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale as you lower back down. Whew, just warming up those glutes. Go ahead and switch out those feet, staggering them on out. So left heel is a little bit closer to the body. Right foot is a little bit longer. From here, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing like we did for the other side. Interlacing those fingertips behind that head, those thumbs come down the bridge of the neck. From here, you're going to inhale, and then exhale as you lift it on up in that nice upper ab curl. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift, drop down those ribs. Good. Inhale as you lower. Same thing. We're just doing it to the other side here. Nothing crazy. You already did it once. Do not pull from that neck. Pull from those ribs. Good. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. You guys look fabulous. I know that you guys are doing an excellent, excellent work. You're dropping down that belly button in towards that spine. You're feeling those upper abdominals ignite every single time that you lift it up and then inhale, lower. Those elbows continue to stay nice and wide. You're breathing. You're unclenching your jaw. Good. Your eyes might be rolling in the back of your head. Exhale, lift. Good. Beautiful job. Breathe. In 4, we're going to add on. We're going to float that right leg up to tabletop as we lift it on up into that nice upper ab curl. And then inhale, lower back down that leg and then that upper body. In 3. In 2. Keeping that core engaged, don't lose it. This next one, as you exhale, lift, float that right leg up to tabletop. And then inhale as you lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. You can hear the shake in my voice. Beautiful job. Excellent work. You guys got this. In 8, 7, you're going to hold it on up into that nice upper ab curl. In 6. In 5, close your eyes if you need to. It's okay if you need to close your eyes to focus and get through this movement. In 3. In 2. This next one here, you're going to hold it on up into that nice upper ab curl. Can you twist it on over to the right and say hello? Yes, and then come back center. Inhale as you slowly lower it back down. Exhale, lift everything up high, twisting it on over to the right, coming back center. Exhale as you lower and tap the ground down. Exhale, lift everything up, twist, come back center. Inhale as you lower. So you're twisting now from that left rib cage, twisting it, creating as little space as possible between that rib and that right hip. Good. Give me 6, 5, 4. Each and every single time, maybe see if you can get it a little bit higher. and 3, and 2. This next one, you're going to hold it on up, twisting it on over to the left-hand side, reaching those arms on over to the outside of that right thigh. You're going to go ahead and reach, right leg nice and isolated out in space. Good. For 8, 7, you're going to hold it there, reaching over past that right thigh. The only thing that moves is you're going to tap the mat with that right toe down to the mat, and then lifting it back on up. And 2. This next one, hold it here, hold it here. Go ahead and tap the ground down, floating it back on up. Tap the ground down, still scooping that belly button in, and then floating it back on up. If you don't tap the ground down completely, that is okay. I want you guys focused on that core engagement, okay? And 4, 3, 2. This next one, hold it here, hold it here. Can you go ahead and give me tiny little pulses? Tiny little pulses in. Drop that belly button down. Scoop the belly button in. Rib cage is down. Breathe. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one, go ahead and inhale, lower it back down. Go ahead and bring those hands down by your sides. That right leg is staggered. You're reaching for those heels from here. You're going to press those palms down into the mat. You're going to begin to then lift up those hips on up to the ceiling as you float that right leg up to tabletop. Inhale as you lower it back down. Oh, my Lanta, that left leg is already shaking. Good. We only did one. Come on. One good one. That's all I need. Putting in the work on your mat. You guys look flawless, baby. Hey. Beautiful. Seeing if maybe each time that you lift up those hips, you can go a little bit higher. And then inhale as you lower. Rib cage is pulling in still. Your core is still engaged, even though that we're activating those glutes here. Good. We have this bridge series, and then we go ahead and flip it on over to all fours, utilizing that Pilates ball. If you guys don't have a Pilates ball, you're always welcome to forego. Okay. Lifting it on up. Inhale as you lower. Good. In 4, we're going to add on. In 3. In 2. This next one, you're going to hold it up here. Go ahead and tap that right toe down to meet that left. Float it back up to tabletop, and then inhale as you lower. Let's go ahead and repeat that motion here. Lifting up those hips. Go ahead and tap that right toe down to that left knee. Float it back up to tabletop. Inhale as you lower. Oh, my Lanta, you're going to feel those left glutes fire up immediately. Repeating this motion here. Good. Again, seeing if you can maybe lift those hips a little bit higher each and every single time. You're going to get deeper into those glutes. Good. Activating them right here. Excellent, excellent work. In 8, you're going to hold it on up to tabletop position. We got tiny little pulses. In 7. In 6. 5. 4. 3. And 2. This next one, you're going to hold it on up to tabletop position. You're going to hold it here. Maybe lift those hips a little bit higher. Can you give me tiny little pulses up and down with those hips? Good. Tiny little lift. Tiny little lift. Good. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Close your eyes if you need to. Reach through those palms. And 3, you're going to hold it. And 2, hold it here. Hold it here. Rib cage is pulling in for 10, 9, 8. Lift those hips higher. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead and inhale, slowly lowering it back down. Go ahead and drop those knees from either side of your mat. Good, just giving it a nice little stretch here. When you're ready, you can go ahead and come on up to all fours. Whoop, the hair is herring. There we go. All right, from here, you can go ahead and grab onto your Pilates ball. You can always utilize a pillow, a slider, or a soup can, the way that we're going to be utilizing it today. That Pilates ball is going to come underneath that right palm here. Oh, my Lanta, my legs are shaking. Earthquake on the mat. Go ahead and place that palm over top of that yoga ball here. We're going to engage that left tricep, even though that we have that ball underneath that right. So from here, you're at all 4 points. Go ahead and just dropping those elbows down to meet the rib cage, and then pressing it on up. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you press. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you press. Good. We're just warming up that tricep here, getting into those arms. Good. Dropping it down, pressing it on up. Good. We're going to get into those posture muscles here, engaging those triceps. In 5, we're going to add on. In 3, in 2, this next one, press it on up. Now from here, you're going to go ahead and begin to bend in that left elbow. You're going to begin to press and roll out that yoga ball from underneath that right shoulder here. And then exhale as you bring it back center. Inhale as you lower, dropping down that left elbow. Exhale, coming back center. When you exhale and you're pressing that palm into that yoga ball and then squeezing it back on up. Good. From here, again, you guys can utilize sliders. You can completely forego the ball altogether. You can simply just reach that left arm, dragging it across the floor as such, and then coming back center, okay? You do not have to utilize the yoga ball. It's just there for an extra added challenge, extra spice throughout today's class. Good. Now, on this next one, when we go ahead and bend in that left elbow, go ahead and give me a tiny little pulse down at the bottom, and then exhale as you bring it back center. Go ahead and inhale as you lower, tiny little pulse, and then exhale as you press it on up. Good. You're burning out that left tricep. It should begin to fire it on up, baby. Good. Dropping it down. Exhale as you press. Good. Gaze is down, not by those knees. It is down towards that mat, in between those palms down on the mat. Give me 5. We're going to add on from here. In 3, in 2. This next one right here, you're going to go ahead and pressing it back on up. Now from here, you're going to go ahead and flip that palm. You're going to thread that yoga ball underneath that left arm here, reaching it on over to the left-hand side, finding that nice twist. And then you're going to go ahead and flip the palm, coming back center. You're going to go ahead and flip the palm facing up towards the ceiling, stretching it on over to the left, threading it through that left palm, and then coming back center. Go ahead and threading it underneath. This is probably going to feel really, really good. It's kind of like a nice little stretch, but you're activating those triceps, okay? Threading it through, coming back on up. I wonder if my mic is picking up all of this like squishiness from the yoga ball on this mat. This is so funny. If it is, I'm sorry. Finding that nice twist within that rib cage. Good. Give me 5. You're going to go ahead and combine both those movements together that we did. Okay, in 4, in 3, in 2. This next one, let's go ahead and combine both those together. So you're going to go ahead and drop and extend that right arm above that head. Exhale as you lift it on up. Go ahead and flip that palm, threading it right underneath that left arm, coming back center. Go ahead and dropping it down. Lifting it on up as you exhale. Inhale as you thread it through. Exhale as you come back center. Inhale. Exhale. Flipping it on over. Oh, my Lanta, that left tricep should begin to fire on up, baby. Good. Give me 8. We're going to add on. In 7. We're going to continue this motion, but let's see if we can go ahead and extend and lift and lengthen that right leg. In 4, you're not there for long. In 3, you're just going to find that nice twist. In 2. This next one, go ahead and come back center. From here, go ahead and lengthen that right leg. Go ahead and lifting it on up. From here, you're going to drop the gaze down, pressing that weight down into that yoga ball, and you're just going to go ahead and thread it on through, finding that nice little twist. It's not as big as when we were down on the ground. Go ahead and come back center. I want 3 more. Dropping it down. Exhale, pressing it on up, threading it right through. In 3. In 2. This last one, go ahead and come back center. Whew. Finding a nice child's pose stretch. Good. Lifting it on up. Whew. From here, let's go ahead and flip those palms so that left palm now has the ball underneath of it. That right palm is down, pressing down into the mat. You're still on all fours. You're going to drop it down with that right elbow, extending that left arm from underneath that shoulder, and then coming back center. Pressing that palm down into that yoga ball, and then come back center. You're getting into those posture muscles here with this movement. This feels really, really good as a stretch, but you're activating those triceps, and then that is exactly what I need, exactly what I mainly want to target here. Those right elbows are glued to the center of the body as they drop it down, and then exhale, press, okay? Now, the thing with posture muscles, we always like to be on our phones. Maybe we're reading, maybe we're on our computers a lot. I know I love my Kindle. I love a good thriller. So if you have any good thriller recommendations, I did not even start ACOTAR. I don't even know why I haven't started yet. Actually, I do know why, because I get kind of discouraged when a book is 700 pages and it takes me forever to finish. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way, but I've heard plenty of good things about ACOTAR, so please feel free to leave a comment if you guys have any other suggestions or are telling me and trying to convince me to just do it anyways and read the book, because it's really, really good regardless. Good. This next one is you go ahead and dropping it on down. Can you give me that tiny little pulse down at the bottom? Good, tiny little pulse. And then exhale as you press. Dropping it down, little tiny pulse. Exhale as you roll it back on up to come back center. Good. Dropping it down. Feeling that stretch. Guys, this feels so good. I don't know what it is about it, but it just definitely does, and it does the trick. You're getting into those shoulders. You're releasing out, good, any tension from that shoulder with this, but you're also working those lats. Good. In 3, you're going to go ahead and flip the palm and thread it underneath that right hand, right arm. You guys already know. In 4, whoop. In 3, go ahead. Don't lose that control in that lower back. In 2. This next one, when you go ahead and exhale, come back center, you're going to flip the palm. Go ahead and thread it underneath that right arm and looking over to the right hand side. Go ahead and flip that palm as you come back center. Good. Flipping the palm, threading it right through, and then coming back center. Good. You guys look amazing. Those right arms are shaking. Ah, that's how they are. If my arms could talk, they'd be like, ah. In 4, we're going to go ahead and combine both those movements together now. In 3, woo. In 2. Good. Now on this last one, we're just going to go right into it. Go ahead and come back center. Inhale as you drop it down. Exhale, press. Go ahead and flip that palm, threading it right underneath that right arm. Coming back center. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, press. Go ahead and flip that palm, threading it right through. Feeling that stretch now in that nice rib cage. Feeling that nice twist. Excellent, excellent work. In 5, We're going to go ahead and add a little spice. You're not there for long. It's just an extra added challenge. You can completely stay here. In 3, and 2. You're going to go ahead and come back center with that yoga ball underneath that palm. Go ahead and lift and extend that left leg, and then lifting it on up. You're going to inhale, drop the gaze, press that yoga ball down. Exhale as you press. You're going to go ahead and thread it underneath, looking over to the right-hand side. Coming back center. Good. It is not big, otherwise you will fall over, and that is not what I want, but it's okay because you have to try it on out. Flipping on underneath. Good. I need 2 more. Inhale as you drop it down. Exhale, press. Go really, really slow if you need to, threading it through. Coming back center. Good. Threading it through. And then coming back center. Good. This last one, go ahead and thread it on through. And then coming back center. Whew. Go ahead and drop down that leg here. Go ahead and find a nice child's pose. Good. Again, that's not a big movement. It is nice and small. It is just to challenge that spine mainly. Good. So lifting it on up and then rolling it back. Go ahead and bring those knees to the width of the mat. Dropping down that pelvic floor if you need to. Rolling that yoga ball on over to the right-hand side. Feeling that nice stretch, looking over that right-hand shoulder. Good. Go ahead and roll that yoga ball on over to the left-hand side. Going ahead and looking over that left-hand shoulder. Hello, how are we? Are we alive? I hope so. All right, from here, you can go ahead and bring that yoga ball up underneath that right palm here. We're not here for long. You can go ahead and tuck those toes. Go ahead and give me a downward facing dog. From here, you're going to take that yoga ball. You're going to reach it over to the left foot and then come back center. Just reaching it and then come back center. Reach and then come back center. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one, go ahead and place it in between those ankles here. You're in a downward facing dog. From here, you're going to rippling it on up to a nice high plank. Find your footing. You need to find more space, more length on your mat. I encourage you to do so. You're in a high plank. Booty is tucked. Your ankles are squeezing in that yoga ball. You're still here. Hold it here. Good. In 10, you're going to go ahead and give me a downward facing dog. Grabbing onto that yoga ball and just reaching it then on over to the right foot with that left hand. In 2. This next one, go ahead, downward facing dog. Go ahead and grab onto that yoga ball. Okay? You're in that downward facing dog the entire time. You're just twisting it. So go ahead and reach and then come back center. Go ahead and reach and then come back center. Good. For 8, 7, 6. You can always not use a yoga ball or anything. You completely forego. In 3, in 2. This next one, go ahead and place it back in between those ankles. You're in that downward facing dog here. Find your footing. Okay, recenter. All right, from here, you're going to ripple it back on up to that nice high plank. In 4, 3, 2. Go ahead and rippling it back on up to that nice high plank. Good. Hold it here. Find strength and stillness. Beautiful job, you guys. I know you guys can do it. I have faith in you. You have 10. Squeeze those legs into the yoga ball. Maybe get into those inner thighs a little bit. In 9, we slowly bend in those elbows. In 7, in 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, I am shaking. In 2, 2. This next one, begin to slowly lower it down onto your mat. Untucking those toes. Inhale as you baby cobra. And then exhale as you lower down that upper body. Go ahead and bring those hands in front or down by your sides, resting that cheek onto that mat or onto those hands. Refinding our breath here. Letting that heart rate come down. Steadying that breath. Good. Good. When you're ready, go ahead and lift it on up, and then go ahead and find those bums and sitting them down onto your mat. We have 2 breaths. Finding a nice seated position. Good. Go ahead and take a nice big inhale. Exhale, letting it on out. Last and final one. Go ahead and take a nice big inhale. Palms come together up at the top. Exhale as you bring it down to heart center. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on the mat. I want to remind you Pilates is a practice, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else than sharing my love of Pilates and practicing it with each and every single one of you at home. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I can't wait to see you guys next time on the mat. Bye.